Okay, the first in the series of trailer vlogs. Right here from Gracefield on June the 23rd, where the black flies are biting and the mosquitoes aren't even as vicious as the black flies because they're really bad. The black flies, they're nasty. Hey? Oh, you know what it's like. People up at the trailer getting eaten by black flies. And as annoying as the black flies are, they're not 1/10 as annoying as you alt-right morons who are playing whack-a-mole with the left. I want to explain something. If I haven't made myself clear in the past, and I consider myself to be a man of reasonably excellent exactness in speech, identity politics is an attack on the rule of law. Western Christian liberal democracy, which is where it originated, I know that it's gone far from Christianity now, and we can all debate whether that's been a mistake or not. Of course, as a follower of the way, albeit a very poor one, I understand the value of answering to God. But here's my point. On Judgment Day, you don't stand before God. And he says, hey, black dude that's a trans-testicle hermaphrodite from Ithlak-Nawakia, you've been intersectionally oppressed, and I'll judge you on the basis of that. No. God doesn't see your color. He doesn't see your race. He doesn't see your creed. He doesn't see anything but you and what you've done with your life. And for that, you're accountable. And that is the foundation of the rule of English common law. Quit playing whack-a-mole with the left. You're never going to win. In fact, you're only encouraging them. You're encouraging them to talk more and more about race and to accuse you more and more of being racist. The law is blind. It was the first announcement from our first lieutenant governor before he established the government. He said that he would have all judged before English common law the same, whether they were natives of Africa, natives of North America, or natives of Europe, that they will all be judged the same. English common law is no respecter of men. Keep the blinders on, Lady Justice. Quit taking them off of her and playing their game of talking about race. You know, when I was a child, as I've often mentioned, I grew up at the end of the Underground Railroad. Harriet Tubman lived in my town. So, of course, in St. Catharines, I did not see systemic racism. That is not to say that I didn't see racism. But when the left refers to systemic racism, that means a racism that is entrenched in the legal systems of my country. There was no such thing. Now, I saw racism usually among ignorant and poorly educated people. Okay? Anyway, when I was a little kid, my mother used to take me to Washington, D.C. at Easter to visit my aunt and uncle and my two cousins. We would fly out of Buffalo because it was the nearest airport. And upon entering the airport, I saw black folks as only baggage handlers and washroom attendants, and I was horrified. Why? Because they were being treated differently than other people. Fortunately, of course, I had a mother that could explain it to me. But this situation doesn't improve by making people aware of their color. Okay? The situation only improves by not caring what color they are and by treating everyone the same and holding them all to the same weight of scales of measure. Don't be so stupid. Good Lord, I can't believe the moronic things I read. And on the page that Bent Andreasen and I host on behalf of the sovereign individual, it's a page for classical liberalism. Okay? It's a philosophy that believes in constitutionally limited government and the rule of law and free markets, free of governmental interference. There isn't a conservative alive today that is as far right in terms of our belief in liberty than Bent Andreasen and I are. And we believe in liberty for one simple reason. We don't believe that the law should respect anybody above that of another, and that all should be treated equally, and we don't believe that the government should involve itself in interfering with the economy or interfering with the culture and social situation of the nation. It is the job of people to tell their government how they are to govern them, not the job of the governed, the governor, to tell the people how they're going to be governed. This whole thing has been turned on its head. And even the word liberal has been turned on its head. The word gay has been turned on its head. We live in a society where equity doesn't mean equality anymore. You can't get more equal than all being equal before the law. And equity doesn't mean a damn thing when it's equality of outcome, because no two people are the same. I got lots of friends that might not have that much book learning, but man, when you put a tool in their hand, they can outdo me every day of the week. No two people are the same. The individual is the most persecuted minority. If you're looking for persecution, there's a minority that's persecuted at every possible turn with this goddamn attempt on the part of the government to make all things equal. And I'll go pound salt. I hope I've offended somebody. Tell me if I've offended you. I like it, and I like your offense, and I want you to write to me about it and tell me how you're offended and why. Because then I'll tell you why I love offending you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bugger off.